right, Laura, let's go.
All right, let's kick it off. Cam Buford.
Hey, Coach. You had Justin Herbert throw for 4 touchdowns on Monday Night Football, first rookie to do so. What did you see that you liked from him tonight?
Well, Justin made some good plays. I mean, I thought he executed, made some good plays. But, I mean, we didn't win the game, so I'm not too excited about complimenting everybody right now, to be honest with you. But I thought the kid did some good things, though.
Speaking of that, Coach, you're 3-13 in games at 8 points or less. I mean, I know this has to be getting old for you. What's the message to your teammate or to your team in this situation?
I never thought this team would have lost 4 in a row, but I tell you, I was on a Charger team that did, and that team came back fighting. I expect this team to come back and do the same.
Thanks, Coach.
Nick Hamilton.
Hey, Coach, is there any update on the status of Keenan Allen?
No, Keenan went out with lower back spasms, and that's the last I've heard. I know he couldn't go, and believe me, he came back in, he tried, but he just couldn't go.
Thanks, Coach.
Jeff Miller.
Anthony, after Keenan came out, it looks like it took a little while for sort of Justin to maybe – he's relied on Keenan a lot. What did that mean, or how did that affect Justin, just not having Keenan out there?
I mean, it affected the whole football team not having Keenan out there. Keenan is one of our playmakers. He's a good football player. But the next KJ came in, and he had a chance to make a couple of plays. I thought he made a couple of catches, but it's different. KJ's playing outside. He's normally playing inside. But we just have to move some guys around, and it took a minute. But I thought the offense got the rhythm late in that second half, and I thought they put some points on the board on the big play that Justin threw the mic, and that gave us the lead. So we did miss Keenan though.
And Anthony, we haven't had to ask you any of these questions in a while. I mean, how frustrating was? I mean, Badgley was so close to making that, but I mean, as you've seen a lot of these where these kicks just don't go your way.
That young man's been kicking outstanding all year. He missed an extra point today, and he missed a field goal. I'll be the first to say he's got to do better. But we could have done some other things better as well.
Thanks.
Hopper.
Hey, Anthony. Casey didn't play all in the fourth quarter, but we didn't get any sort of injury update on him. What was going on with Casey Hayward?
Casey made it through 3 quarters, and then he left hurt. I'm going to find out when I get back to the locker room.
And then just with these one-score games, I mean, as was mentioned, you're 3-13 now. It was an issue last year, but it's persisted this year. From your perspective, what has to change for you guys to start closing?
Because the guys are putting themselves in position to win these games, and we're just not finishing the games, okay? And it's not one thing here or there. I could give you a ton of excuses, but I'm not about excuses. At the end of the day, we just got to get it done, and that's on me.
And then you guys ran the ball on 18 of your first downs. Was it a sort of a plan of yours heading into this game to be, a running team on those early downs as opposed to sort of?
No, sometimes it just play out like that based on the front and the coverage that we're getting. Justin may have to check to a run, or he may stay in the pass. It's just the way it played out tonight.
And then just overall, how did you feel like you defended Alvin Kamara tonight?
I thought for the most part we did a good job of containing him until late in that game.
Thanks.
Sure.
Gilbert.
Anthony, I'm kind of repeating myself here, but how do you teach this team to close games like you should have today?
I mean, Gilbert, like I said, this bye week couldn't come at a better time. I think this team is going to get a little healthier, and I look forward to what's going to happen next. Like I said, I believe in that locker room. I believe those men would bounce back. We got a lot of football left in front of us, and I believe we would get this ship corrected and move it in the right direction.
Is there any reason why Michael Badgley is a little off this year?
No, it's not. It's not at all, because in practice he's been kicking outstanding. He's healthy. His leg strength is better than it's ever been. No, he's been kicking good. He just missed tonight.
And I know I'm asking kind of the same questions, but I guess for you to be on the sidelines and kind of having the same old story for the last 4 years, what goes through your mind when you see a field goal, miss at a crucial moment?
Frustrating, very frustrating.
Thank you, Anthony.
Yep.
Dennis Freeman.
Coach Glenn, can you talk about you guys executed your offense really well in the first half, but then seemed to go stagnant in the third quarter? What happened before you guys kind of caught fire in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, well, I think in that third quarter, Dennis, we came out and we tried to establish the run game a little bit more. We were having trouble protecting. Okay, my quarterback was running for his life a little bit there, so we tried to establish the running game to help him out, and they stood up. We made some mistakes too, but their defense stood up and they stopped us, and that happens. Sometimes you go back and forth. Our defense stopped them a few times, but like I said, I thought we eventually picked it up and started moving the ball a little bit, eating up the clock, and then we got the score.
And what's going to get your running game going again?
Well, I mean, I think as soon as we get a little continuity up there, that's going to help. But I don't think we had our best night tonight. I know the average was good, but the efficiency wasn't what I wanted it to be.
Thank you.
Joe Reedy.
Anthony, going into the bye week, just with the back-to-back blown leads, are you confident that Gus can turn this defense around or get it back on the right track?
He's done it before, and I'm confident he can do it again, Joe.
Okay, and then just defensively, or I guess from the Saints, what adjustment did they make maybe late in that first half and going into the second that they were able to chip away?
No, they executed. I mean, on 3rd and 14, and we give up a ball over our head, we got beaten coverage. That's all there was to it. They beat us. Their guy executed, and our guy didn't. I mean, that's inexcusable, but that's what happened.
Sam Farmer.
You're on mute, Sam.
There we go. All right. On the first touchdown pass, where Justin rolled out and beat the blitz and showed a lot of poise. I know you're not in the mood to compliment people now, but you kind of see the future of what this guy can do.
Absolutely. You're looking at things in our package where we can use him to change the launch point to kind of help the offensive line. We had to get to more of those plays. If you got a guy back there that can't move, just stationary, sometimes that's hard. But he's shown that he can extend plays and, he can throw the ball. And like you saw him do tonight, that was just him creating right there and extending that play.
And you seem to go at Marshawn Lattimore a lot. Some key plays were made over him, and obviously the last play of the game was Lattimore. But Pro Bowl corner, just feel like you could exploit a mismatch there.
He's a really good corner, but I know he's been banged up a little bit, and they always going to try to put him on our best target. So, I thought Mike came down with the ball and he didn't. So, we knew Mike can do that.
Great, thank you.
Sure.
Fernando.
Coach, I know, like you said, you're frustrated, but what's the one thing that you're just is there one area of, was it the kick or the defense not being able to muster up and keep the Saints held down, or what's the most frustrating part about tonight's loss?
Well, I mean, the guys did a lot of good things. Like I said, they put themselves in position to win the football game, but we didn't get it done, and that's what's frustrating. Yeah, it can be the kick. It can be the 3rd and 14, the touchdown. Hell, it can be the missed extra point. All those things played a factor in this game. So overall, we just got to do better. It's not time to point fingers and blame and all that. As a team, coaching staff and players, we have 11 games left to turn this around, and we know we can play with anybody because we've been doing it. We just got to finish these damn games.
And Anthony, can you just talk about Mike and Joey stepping up, even though you could tell both of them were a little injured, or they were limping a little bit, but can you just talk about the resiliency of those two?
They weren't full speed, but they did the best they could. We spot played Joey and we spot played Mike, and I thought they did contribute.
Jeff Miller.
At the end, Storm Norton was in there at left tackle. Did something happen with Sam?
Yeah, Sam had, I think he got poked in the eye or something like that, and Storm had to go in for a little bit. But, yeah, I think Sam will be just fine.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Last two for you. Emmanuel.
Coach, I know you said you expect guys to bounce back, but how do you keep morale up and keep guys motivated?
Well, I mean, this is our job. Our job is to play football and to win games. So, I mean, this is what we do for a living. I don't have to worry about keeping them morale up. We brought the right guys on the team. We have the right guys in our locker room, so I have no problem with our character. I have no problem with our leadership. We got to go back to work, man, and just fine-tune the details and just look, once we win one of these damn games, I really believe they're going to come in bunches, and I can't wait. So we can't wait to get back to work.
Thank you.
Last question, Popper.
On that 3rd and 14 touchdown to Cook, it looked like Shawn wasn't on the field. Was that a package situation, personnel package thing, or was he dealing with something on that play?
No, Shawn has been on the field every single play. If he wasn't, it was because something must have happened. But we were in a certain coverage, and the guy just beat us in a man coverage. Middle field safety was pulled out.
All right. Thank you, Coach.